Hey guys, I'm Elijah and welcome back to another LEGO Build and Review. Today we are taking a look at the Millennium Falcon. This is a 25th anniversary set. My partner came home and surprised me with it the other night. It was one that I wanted. I don't currently have a LEGO Millennium Falcon, and if I was gonna go the Millennium Falcon route, I either wanted the UCS one or, well, this one. And this one didn't cost $850, so excited about that. This is set number 75375. It contains 921 pieces. And from what I've seen of this one, it looks like a really nice mini-scale, mid-scale Millennium Falcon, display Falcon. No play features, you're just building the ship. And yeah, I'm excited to build this one and get into it. So let's get building. Alright guys, so it's all built, and here we have the LEGO Millennium Falcon. This is not going to be a particularly happy review, if I'm being honest. This was not my favorite set by any stretch of the imagination. There was some user error. I will be the first to admit that I messed up some of it, and then had to refix a couple spots. But I found this to be an incredibly frustrating build. So these panels, it was a very tedious build because you're building underneath, you're building up top, and then you're squishing them with clips to connect them. And for the user error, I did have these panels in the wrong spot, which then meant this piece wouldn't fit down on it. So that took some undoing and backtracking and fixing. But it was just so frustrating. I don't really like how the pieces fit together. This panel specifically just feels... I don't know how to word it. It just... I don't like how it looks. I feel like it slopes down too much. I don't know. Maybe I'm just nitpicking and a little frustrated with this build, so I'm being a little extra critical of it than I would normally be. But yeah, I don't like how this panel sits. I was unfortunately missing a piece, and thankfully it didn't impede any building. It was one of these. There's supposed to be another one on that side. So that's not the end of the world. I don't know if I'm even going to bother ordering the piece to finish it. Another thing I'm really not a fan of on this build is how the cockpit looks. I don't like the giant gap in it, and I was extremely convinced that I had done something wrong. But I don't think I did. I looked at all the box art, I looked back through the instruction manual, and nope, there's just a gap there. And, you know, I just build them, I don't design them, and I don't even pretend to know how to design them. So, maybe that was the best that they could do, but I personally don't like how it looks. I'm not really a fan of how the grates look. I can't really put my finger on why exactly. They're in the right spots. I've got them positioned correctly. They don't look good to me. This build has a lot of gaps. There's a lot of wiggle. All the pieces are just held on with clips. So overall, I wasn't particularly impressed with this build. I found it to be very tedious and just kind of boring, to be honest. With it just sitting here, it does look good. Like, it will look good on the shelf. I'm not knocking that at all. I just found the build to be very lackluster, very frustrating. Couple positives that I did appreciate about this set was some hidden Easter eggs, and I'll insert some quick clips of the Easter eggs. So for our first Easter egg, we have studs representing characters. So we've got C-3PO, R2-D2, and Chewbacca, and they are playing the hologram game, which I think is a really cool little Easter egg inside. For our second Easter egg, it is the scene from Empire Strikes Back. So we've got studs representing Leia, C-3PO, and Han Solo, and it's when 3PO interrupts Leia and Han's first kiss. Again, another really nice little Easter egg represented with studs. Our third and final Easter egg inside this build is again represented with studs, and it is Obi-Wan Kenobi training Luke Skywalker on the Millennium Falcon in A New Hope. I really appreciate these Easter eggs. Granted, they are ones I'll never be able to see again, you build over them, but it's nice knowing that they're in there. I do like the little mini gun turret that can move and be repositioned. The dish has a little bit of movement, not not a ton. There are no stickers in this set, which I can really appreciate. I would not have enjoyed putting all of these round stickers on, so I'm glad that all of these are in fact printed tiles. I do like the back end of it. I think the blue tubing that they use looks nice and gets the point across. So no complaints, no real complaints with that. The stand is just your basic stand that comes with all of these ships. You do get a 25th anniversary brick, and I really wish that there had been a way to connect it. I mean, I don't think it's that challenging for them to have put like 2 studs right here so it could sit. It's just a loose brick, and I do have a 40th Return of the Jedi Lego set with the same thing, the brick that comes with it. Wow, did I just discover my missing piece as I'm filming this? If I did, that's gonna be great. Yep. I'm leaving this in the video because that's funny. Yep, there is my missing piece. So that goes right there. Well, how about that? That was amusing. Anyways, back to the review. Okay, so I retract my statement. I was not missing any pieces. And I think that's really all I've got to say on this one. There's no minifigures or anything. It's just the display Falcon and the 25th anniversary brick. Alright guys, and there we have it. I think I more or less covered everything in my review portion. If you didn't get the hint, I didn't particularly care for this build. It's not a bad looking set. My biggest issue with it, just as is built, is probably the gap in the cockpit. Again, I do wish that there had been a place to connect the 25th anniversary brick. I'm very amused that I did find my missing piece, though. I never would have thought to look in the bottom of the anniversary brick. I don't think I'm going to recommend this one. I really don't. It does have the pros of no stickers, which is very appreciated. I thought for sure that it was all going to be, all of this was going to be stickers when I saw the box art, but nope, everything's printed. The cockpit piece is printed. All the little vents and wiring around the Falcon is all printed. There's side pieces on each side that are printed. Overall, not a fun build. Really not a fun build. I found it really finicky, and maybe it was just me. Maybe it was just user error. I possibly just wasn't feeling this build, so I was making more mistakes than I usually would. I feel like I made more mistakes building this set than I have on pretty much any Lego set that I've done. There was a lot of backtracking, taking pieces apart, and fixing things. There was one point where I accidentally skipped like 2 or 3 steps. I still not quite sure how I managed that. But I'm not gonna recommend this one. It retails for $85. I don't have the box in front of me, but 992 pieces, roughly, I think it was. And while the price per piece count might be okay, I just don't think this is $85. I really don't. It looks decent enough for this scale size Falcon. I do have oh, what's it called? The Executor was the name that I could not think of there for a second. So I can actually show a size comparison because these are sort of the same scale sort of idea. And this one I do feel is more bang for your buck. I don't remember the piece count for this one. I built it last Christmas, so I don't quite remember the piece count, but this one was also an $80 set, and I feel like overall just looks better, is designed better. I don't remember this build being quite so frustrating. And then, yeah, you can kind of see a size comparison. It's probably the closest thing I have to compare the size to. This set also had the frustration of the brick not having a place to sit. So, yeah, overall, I think that's really all I've got on this one. If you find this one on sale, $60, $70 maybe, but I wouldn't pick it up for the full 85. And plus, this one's been out for since May the 4th, 2024, I believe. So this one's been around for a while now anyways. But yeah, like I said, if you find it on clearance or on sale or something, then maybe it'd be worth it if you don't have a Falcon. I didn't have a Falcon yet. So now I have one, and every LEGO Star Wars collector should probably have a Millennium Falcon. That's all I've got on this one. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It'd mean a lot. And yeah, I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.